Patel community, you must have heard about the Patels. They are very fond of going and settling in USA. And because of that, if a Patel applies for a visa, his visa is generally denied because the officer feels that he is going to stay there permanently. But 5 years ago, American Immigration Lawyers Association honored Patels who were in America because they are so hardworking. They go there empty-handed by borrowing funds from people, and they work hard and they make a fortune. Earlier, the motel business and the business of these grocery stores was in the hands of Jews. Now today, 90% of that business is owned by Patels. They are very hardworking, they are industrious, they are innovative also. And now Patels are entering into the fields of hospitals, colleges and other things. Large number of Indian doctors are employed by USA hospitals. Our computer professionals, America cannot do without it. Now today's subject, the topic of my subject is
Trump era.
Trump era. And you must have read that Trump is anti-immigrant. But whatever his ideas may be, America cannot do without immigrants. America is a country of immigrants. It will remain a country of immigrants. And it cannot remain without Indians because we are industrious, hardworking, intelligent. Nobody can compete our IT professionals. Nobody can compete with our Patels. So, the only thing is that because we are misusing the law, I always tell that if you want to stop this black market, just arrest few chartered accountants. Because chartered accountants are the people who tell their clients, don't show your full income. If you will show 2 lakhs today, next year the officer will ask you that you must show 2 lakhs, not less than that. And likewise the lawyers also, if a client comes to you, somebody has sent him a notice that you have taken 20,000 rupees from me and not repaid. And if the client comes to you, what we tell him? How much time you want to repay? 1 year, 2 years? That fellow will say, sir, if I get about a year's time, I will be able to repay them. Arre, don't worry, I will get you 20 years. We are the people who tell them how to become rogues. So, if we do things properly, if we do not try to twist the law, then of course nobody is going to prevent you. When you apply for a student visa, large number of students from Gujarat come for getting guidance on student visa. When you want to go to study in America, there everything is taught in English. Now if you can't speak English properly, how are you going to study there in English language? That is why their visa gets denied. People who don't want to study there but just want to go there, they will apply for student visa. Once they go there, then they stay there illegally. Because of this, it has become difficult to receive visa. 2 students, one from Mumbai and one from Gujarat, Ahmedabad. That student is brighter than Bombay student. But our Bombay student will get visa because he is able to speak with the consular officer fluently in English. While that fellow, although he knows English better, he might have learned Shakespeare, but he is unable to speak because he doesn't have the practice. His visa is denied. So these are all the reasons. So, and if anybody, unfortunately we are not taught immigration laws in our country, but if you would see, advertisements of travel consultants, visa consultants appear every day in the newspaper. And if you will study this law, it's a very good line. And once you are a lawyer here, you have a degree of LLB, you can go and give exam, bar exam there and qualify. Here those people who want to have legal assistance whilst giving interview in the consulate, they specially call lawyers from America. They pay their coming and going business class fare, their high fees. Instead of that, if you are qualified to go with them into the consulate, they will easily pay you 50,000, 1 lakh of rupees per one attendance. So think of this thing, practice US immigration laws in the era of Trump, because now everybody is worried. So everybody is going to come to you and ask you that please guide us. So this is a right time to enter this field. And if you have learnt law, like if we are a lawyer, we do not study all types of law in our curriculum. We study transfer of property and succession act and civil procedure code and thing. But everybody do not study criminal law. Everybody, I do not know, everybody do not study trademark and patents. But once you are a lawyer, once you have studied law books, then you know what to read, where to read, how to find out, how to interpret things. Similarly, if you are lawyers, if you will read the books on US immigration laws, you will be able to understand it and follow it and then practice it. And to practice US immigration laws, you need not have a degree. All the consultants, travel agents, they give advice. They in fact they do not know what is the title of US immigration law. Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952, they do not know the title also. Still, by experience they teach. But if we lawyers, if you people take little effort, study US immigration laws, you will get a good clients. You will be able to earn, make additional income in your profession.
Exam is there for this? Other than bar, some other exam is there where a lawyer from India has to give an exam in US?
No. If you are a lawyer here, you do not have to give another law exam. You don't have to become, our degree may not be recognized there, but you can go and surely give bar exam there. And once you qualify in the bar exam, you will be entitled to practice in USA, and that will bring an additional qualification to you to here also.
Sir, tell me one thing. You had practiced Indian laws, like an Indian practice for 15 years, then you shifted to US immigration practice. How do you feel in this? Because this is a complete change.
US.
Why I am saying? Because we want that young generation lawyers, law students, should get attracted to this field and they should turn. So that is why I am asking that what is the difference, how it feels, what are the things in that?
There is no difference. Law is same everywhere. Law is common sense. But I have found in my practice here that we have made our law very difficult and complicated. A matrimonial petition in which you can state everything in 2 pages, we write 20 pages. A writ petition, I know when I used to practice, writ petitions I used to draft 50 pages. You used to, okay, there are some prayers. It is therefore in the interest of justice, equity and good conscience and absolutely just, necessary and convenient that the defendant should be restrained by order and injunction of this honorable court from doing blah 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 blah. If the above relief is not granted, irreparable damage and harm will be caused to the plaintiff. This is there. Why you have to repeat all these things? You just say that if I am not granted, this XYZ thing will happen to me. But I do not, it is a British practice or whatever it is, we are still continuing. In US you will not find such lengthy pleadings, and there in the Supreme Court you are allowed to argue for 2 hours only. You have to submit your arguments in writing beforehand. Whatever is your petition, your appeal, you have to give them, and that also do not go into 100 and 200 pages. Now just now I read in some paper that in some political matter only some reply is given which runs into thousands of pages, one matter. So that such thing is not allowed there. You just state your facts briefly and tell what is the law applicable, what is the damage caused. That's all. And you are allowed to argue for 2 hours. If you need more time, then you have to seek special permission and then do it. And their disposal is very quick. Immigration practice also, there are prescribed forms. So you have to fill up the forms. That's all. Nothing much to write and other things. Only thing is, they insist that you should be truthful. Here, when you are talking to your friend and you are saying some lie, your friend tells you, why are you lying? You are not on oath. That means that if you are on oath, you should lie. There, you must be aware about ex-president Bill Clinton's case. He had that affair with Monica Lewinsky, and all throughout he said, no, I have nothing to do with her. But ultimately, when it came that you take oath and say, he spoke the truth, because he knew that even if he is the president of the country, if he is caught speaking lie, he will be sent to jail. While here, people lie, nothing happens to them. You take out perjury proceedings, it goes on for years, and then ultimately the unconditional apology, which is not sincere, is accepted and you are let go. This is the difference. I do not want to criticize our legal system. Our legal system is also very good. Our judges are also very good. But something has crept in which has spoiled the whole thing. Compared to that, the American legal system is very simple, straightforward, short, argument short, pleading short, and judgment is also delivered immediately.
I think we have some time for question answers. So anybody would like to ask any questions to sir?
Yes?
How difficult is the bar exam? Like there are a lot of young crowd here, and some of them would like to.
For Indians, it will not be difficult, I tell you.
What are the fees like roughly? $100, $500?
No, the fees are little bit stiff. Vipul, how much is the fee?
Roughly 3-4 lakh.
Yeah.
You'll have to go there and give exam.
Yeah. But it's not difficult. Our students, our lawyers will not find it difficult. You study for 6 months and you can pass.
So 5 of 10 people from here want to go for the exam. Would you guide?
Oh yes, why not? You are most welcome. Yes? Beg your pardon?
Age limit.
There is no age limit. Even I am thinking of giving the exam.
So what is the procedure for application?
See, different states, there are bar exams in different states. So you choose one of the states, and obviously you would like to choose a state which bar exam is little bit lenient. Then there are certain regulations, you have to fill up certain forms and then go there and give the exams.
All things are online.
Beg your pardon?
Online, everything is on online.
Yeah, you can, yes, everything is online.
But exam has to be there.
Given there. Social security number? No.
As per the Donald J. Trump site.com, which he had published a PDF which stated immigration in USA in his era. So there was a write-up of him stating that as per Mark Zuckerberg and as per him, they are going to increase the pay for H-1B visas. So what's your call on that? Because they are trying to pool and take up the natives and give them employment, which will reduce and hit the service industry in India.
H-1B visas are restricted by quota. Every year, only 85,000 foreigners can go and work in USA on H-1B. Out of that, 20,000 H-1B visas are reserved for those who have done master's degree in USA. About 5,000 visas are reserved for the citizens of Singapore. So compared to the total number of workers in USA, the H1B workers are very negligible. But it has been highlighted unnecessarily. Another thing is, there is already a rule in existence that H1B visa holder, that means who are being called from abroad to work in USA, should be paid at the same rate at which a USA person in such status, such category is paid, and they should be given the same facility. Now, if the salary of USA people is increased, H1B also salary will increase. They cannot do that just for H1B. If we are working same way and you are a US citizen and you are paid 5,000 and I should be paid 7,000, it can't happen. The US employer will not agree to all these things, to raise the standard. And to do that thing, they will have to amend the law, which is not so easy. Trump in his lecture may say anything, but he cannot just say that, okay, from tomorrow you do like this. It will have to, a proper law will have to be passed. Senate will have to give assent to that. So politicians, they speak so many things, but to implement them is not that easy. And there is, American people really want us. See, initially H1B quota was 65,000 in a year. Then when in the year 2000 they found that they will need computer professionals, they increased it from 65,000 to 1 lakh, 1,25,000, 1,75,000. And then when the need was less, they again reduced it. On H1B visa you can work in USA for 6 years. Your employer during that 6 years can sponsor you for green card, and then you can stay there permanently. Now what used to happen was that a petition is filed for an employee for a green card. It is approved, but the visa is not available, and that 6-year period has expired. That fellow had to come back to India or whatever countries comes, and when visa is available, he could go there and work there. What now changes have been brought is that if your petition is approved and if your 6-year time is over, you can continue staying there and work on H1B status. So because they want us. Okay, when a person goes there to work and then he is going to become a citizen, but it is going to take 5-7 years time. Normally he is about 25-30, he is married, and his spouse is also there with him or her. They are not allowed to work. So people were reluctant to stay there on H1B visa, because if your wife is also competent, but if she is not allowed to work, then she would say that what will I do? The family life will be disrupted. So you will go back to your country. So to avoid that, to retain you in USA, they said, okay, if your petition is approved for green card, but you have yet not received visa, we will allow your wife to work. So all these things shows that they need us. They need graduates. They need people on H1B. Whatever may be the Trump's view, but this thing cannot be avoided, because today large number of companies are dependent upon computer professionals. Day by day the use of computer is increasing, and US people, US citizens, they do not take interest in computers, because computer means you should be proficient in mathematics, which we Indians are, Chinese are, they are not. They are interested in literature, they are interested in art, and majority of the US citizens, I tell you, they give up studies after their school graduation. While we study, we become BA, PhD, MA, so and so. So they need us. So they cannot. What will happen is that people who were misusing this H1B visa, producing false certificates, if you do not have any qualification still showing that, calling their own relatives on H1B. These things will be stopped. But genuine people who are knowledgeable, who have degree, who have experience, of course they cannot avoid them. They will have to call them.
Sir, as an Indian lawyer, if I have to practice in immigration law, what is my scope of practice staying in India?
Very good.
In a nutshell, what you do?
I started this practice say about 20 years ago. First conference which I held was in Taj, and I had kept admission fee, registration fee 500 rupees with lunch, and there were hardly 12 to 13 attendees. Today I am charging 20,000 rupees per attendance, and I get more than 100 people. So people are interested and you get it. If you see knowledge in any field, whether Indian law or American law, immigration law or any other civil law, if you are proficient in your knowledge, you are going to get clients, you are going to earn good money. Our counsels, look at them, they are charged so much, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 7 lakhs rupees per attendance, and we pay them because they have got that quality. So immigration field is very good. Formerly, every year 20,000 Indian students were going to USA to study there. That went on increasing, and this year there are almost 2 lakh Indian students who have gone to USA to study there.
Highest number of students from India.
Yeah. So out of that 2 lakhs, even if 20 comes to you for consultation, it's more than sufficient. So it's a good field. You see these travel agents, they do not know law, they do not know immigration law or any law. Still they are making good money because they give advice based upon their general information and experience. If we learn this law and then we give them guidance, it will be an authenticated guidance, they will have more faith in us and they will pay us good fees.
You have to study US laws. You have to study US laws.
Yeah, that you can study here also.
Which visa is required for giving bar exam?
Tourist visa.
Tourist visa will do.
Yeah. Anyone else?
So they have to go there and give the exam and come back.
Yes, yes.
You can see Grand Canyon also.
After the exam get over,
On a tourist visa, you can stay for a maximum period of 6 months in USA. You can then, if need arises, apply and ask for extension, but the maximum time you can stay there is 12 months. On a tourist visa, you cannot work there. You cannot do any business there. So, if you have funds to stay there for a longer period, you can stay there. But the wiser course would be to give exam, come back here. Then you also have an opportunity of a US firm, US attorney's firm hiring you as their assistant attorney, because you will be having knowledge about Indian laws as well as American laws. So they would prefer you and they can invite you on H1B.
so I already have a tourist visa. So now what I can do is just go and appear for the exam.
Yeah, but before that you have to prepare. You have to, yeah.
So where will I get the books and all?
Online you can get it everything.
Is there any professionals can get a L1 visa? Can apply for the L1 or can start a firm over there?
L1 is an intra-company transferee.
So if you want to open your own firm over there, and professionals are like chartered accountants.
Yeah, you can do it if you are doing well here. If you are a single chartered accountant here and filing tax returns showing income as 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs per annum, and then if you say that you want to open a branch there, they will not allow you. But if you are a large chartered accountants firm having 20 partners and good business, good turnover, and if you open a branch there, yes.
So what difficulties did you face in your course of time, in your legal experience?
The difficulty which I faced in it was getting clients, which I am still facing it, for the simple reason that people are not aware that somebody is available to provide them guidance on USA immigration laws. They normally go to a travel agent or they go to a visa consultant. So, if you will have to market yourself, we are unable to advertise ourselves. So, we have restrictions. So, what I do is that I hold seminars, I give lectures, I write books, I write in newspapers. So, then people know me and then they come to me. Otherwise, I don't think this to practice in this field is difficult. It's very easy. The law is also simple. Only thing is you have to apply your mind properly and study.
The name of your book and your address.
Huh?
Name of your book written by you
I have written several books
on immigration.
on immigration in Gujarati as well as in English.
You have a website?
Yes, I have my website.
What is the
Yeah,
website?
Sudhirlaw.com, and then EB5 visa. We will be giving you our this thing, so you will get everything.
Sir, I have one more question. Basically, for a layman, they do not have a common understanding about what is the authenticity of a particular visa. So, what would be the highlights to come to understand if the visa is authentic or not?
You should be knowledgeable. If you are knowledgeable, your client will immediately come to know whether he should be with you or he should just go away. As in any ordinary thing, you go to a doctor, you may not be knowing everything about medicine, but the way in which doctor examines you, the way in which he talks to you, you would come to know that whether he is experienced or not. And then your reputation also is there. Your reputation, if through you some 2, 3, 4 people have received visa, then they will tell them others also that go to so and so, he knows the subject well, he will guide you properly. So that's the way.
Much to ask, much to know, but we have time constraint. Thank you, Dr. Sudhir Shah, for enlightening us about this completely new topic about how to practice US immigration law in the upcoming Trump era. If any of you law students, budding advocates wish to practice in this area, I hope there is a green signal from...
Yes, you all are welcome. My office is just next door. I'm in Karim Chambers, Hammam Street, 3rd floor. You can come there. You can see my website. Every day I put one question on US immigration law in English and answer it, one in Gujarati and answer it. On the Facebook, you can see that also. And you are also most welcome to my office and seek guidance. I'll be happy to.
What I feel is that to learn, the most important thing from sir is the enthusiasm, the vigor and wisdom which he carries even at this stage. I hope we will maintain it at your stage when we reach that.
What do you mean by this age? I'm only 76.
Sir, I would now request our founder, Advocate Rahul Maskar, to felicitate our chief guest with a memento. Sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would request our founder member, Satyaprakash Yadav, to give a vote of thanks.
Team Hammurabi Tappet would like to thank Dr. Sudhir Shah for this enlightening experience and sharing his vast knowledge in the niche area of immigration law in Trump era and bursting the myth that Trump had created that he would stop all those visas and immigrants from coming to US. We thank all our participants over here for attending this lecture, and we would like to thank the owner of Teapot Cafe, Delna, who is a lawyer, for providing us with this wonderful premises, and with special thanks to Mr. Vidyut Shah, who has been... He is our associate and he has been providing a lot of materials to us and cooperating in a wonderful manner. Thank you very much.
I just want to,
Yeah.
I have started an EB5 club, employment based fifth preference category club. I would say that you all can become member. It's a free membership in which we hold periodical meetings like this and provide guidance on employment based fifth preference category of visa. Even if you do not practice US immigration laws, if you know this thing little bit, to your clients, to your friends, to your relatives who are interested in migrating to USA, you can give this information. And if anyone who brings one investor will receive $10,000 from the regional center of USA. So it's a very good practice. Bring one client in a month, and in a year you get $12,000, $1,20,000.
Dollars.
That's with a special asterisk mark. Well, let's move towards the end of the program. Before we end, I would announce the next program, which is about practicing.
See, our next program is on
21st of January.
21st of December.
January.
21st of January, and the topic is scope of legal practice in power sector. Because there are a lot of people who are not aware of this, and we luckily have one person, Advocate Arijit Maitra, who is into the power practice since last several years. So this is a new program. In Hammurabi, we are trying to expose and give new directions for practice. There is a contemporary practice, yes, which everybody knows probably, but we are trying for it that at least people should see and look to the new avenues. So that is how it is on power sector, 21st of January. Yeah?
Now let us raise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाए तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you.
Thank you
Wish you
everybody.
all advance Happy New Year. Let us miss you.
Sir.